Hello and welcome to Saas Pulse. Today we are going to be reviewing Launchcart. Launchcart is the e-commerce platform which also offers an ecosystem of products that is perfect for the digital entrepreneur. Starting out at the e-commerce software, they also have a launch links, which is like a link in bio. There is also a Launch Academy. You do have a Launch Collective, which is a marketplace. You have a Launch CRM. You have Launch Ads, which is an amazing tool if you want to do any kind of advertisement on social media. They simplify the process, and you could advertise on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and many other platforms. And then finally, they have Launch Leads, which is a great lead generation tool. If we were going to go down further, they currently have 52,000 stores currently already built. They have over 6 million plus products created. They have thousands of ready to sell products included. And at the current point, they have zero requirements to start. So no money down to start. If we were going to go down further, here we go. So on the platform, you could sell physical products. You could do drop shipping. You could also sell digital files and ebooks, as well as print on demand and merch. They have one-click upsell. They have built an online store in minutes. You can also sell live via live stream. And also, finally, they also offer no products. Don't worry about it. They got you. They're able to customize over 600 products for print on demand. They have amazing customer reviews as well as testimonials. And over here, they compare themselves to Shopify. In my opinion, I truly believe this platform is so much better than Shopify. As we go down through the features option, you could see here when it comes to basic features, both platforms offer the basics. However, when you go into the advanced features, all of these features are built in natively into Launchcart. And as Shopify, you would have to start to pay extra for all these third-party apps. So within Launchcart, you get the list builder pop-up, you get the drag and drop page builder, you get the product reviews, you get the promo notification bar, you get back in stock notifications, you get the checkout page editor, you get the order bumps on checkout, you get one-click upsells and downsells as mentioned before, and you can also live stream. All for $27. That's an incredible price for anyone who wants to start, launch, and build their first e-com store. So let me see if there's anything else. Just a few FAQ questions. Looking for more. They do have 24/7 support, video tutorials. Yeah, so let's get into the platform and let me start showing you around the actual dashboard. Here we are inside your Launchcart dashboard. A few things before we start getting into this panel over here on the left. You do have a quick start guide. You do have a knowledge base, and you also have required settings that you would have to do to start accepting payments inside your store. You do have your overall statistics over here. You have your net sales, you have your current orders, and your total upsales. To the left here, you do have your dashboard. You could add a product here. So if we were going to add a product, you could add your product 3 different ways. You could just create a brand new product. You could also connect with your print-on-demand provider like Printful or Printify. However, they are directly connected to Printful with one click, which is fantastic, as well as you have your design market here. Within your design market, you have thousands of different designs ready to go for all your print-on-demand needs. So if we were to go back here, now we're going to go inside the add a product. So we'll go into create a new product. So to begin, of course, you have your product name. You could add a SKU. You have your draft or active or inactive products if you're waiting for a sale that you're creating or for a holiday, as well as you have your product description. What I really like about this is they also have an AI description generator. So that's fantastic because you don't have to sit there and go back and forth with ChatGPT or any other AI model. You could actually go right into here, enter in your product, and it'll give you an entire description. To the left here, you'll have your categories. You could actually create categories right here. Um, and then also you have your products. These are all your tags. So if you do decide to get the CRM, all your tags will carry over to the CRM as well as your customer information. So you could seamlessly connect with your clients and help develop your clients, which is fantastic. You could create your price point, your compare price, as well as your cost price. You could also add YouTube or all your images over here as well as videos, and you could embed YouTube videos here. You could track your quantities as well. If you're selling physical goods, you could connect with your physical goods over here. You could add the weight over here, and you could add your units, pounds, grams, or ounces. Let's go back down. Where was I? Okay, perfect. So here's also your variant. So if you want to create any variant, you could create your variant here. You just give it a name. For example, white, black, and then you could do large, small, small, large, small, medium, large, extra large. You have your product attributes as well. And then you have your digital downloads here. So if you're planning on selling an ebook or anything digital, this would be a great place to actually get your products connected. And then also you have your search engine for SEO purposes. You'll be able to create your page title, your meta description, as well as you could give yourself a slug for your product. The really cool thing is if you go all the way back on top and if you create your description here, it'll automatically carry over to here, which is fantastic. So it's all seamless. So now if we were to go back out, if we were to go here to drafts, you would have your drafts all over here. If you want to save them for an event, if you want to save them for a holiday, for a certain season, if you plan on launching at a certain time, but you want to be prepared, you could draft all your products as mentioned before, and they would all stay in here until you activate them. You could create your categories here as well. So you go right here, you could begin to create your categories. This is similar to within the product creation tab. You could also come in here and create your product categories here. You also have sales and coupons. So if you want to create a coupon, you have two different ways to create a coupon. You could do an automatic sale where a person wouldn't have to type in a coupon code at checkout. This will automatically add the sales price at checkout, whereas this will require them to enter in a coupon code. So if we were to go into here, you would simply give a name to what your coupon is. You could add some notes to it, as well as choose between percentages, fixed amounts, or free shipping. You would add the quantity or the percentage, pardon me for that. You would add your percentage over here. So if you want to add 20%, you could add 20%. And as you begin to create your coupon, you'll see the summary of your coupon here, which is fantastic. And just delete that real quick. And then over here, you could limit the usage, store base currency only. So if you want to do it if you're selling within the United States and only want people in the United States to shop, you could limit the usage to that currency as well. You could create your discount code here. So if it was, say, for example, if it was like an abandoned cart, you would add whatever you want. For all intents purposes, I'll add AD20, and this is what my coupon code would be. You could also generate a coupon code. You could specify who is eligible, everyone or specific customers, usage limits. So for here, it could be a one-time offer, or however, you have in one time per customer, or limit number of times this coupon can be used in total, which is fantastic. Minimum requirements. So if you want to add a minimum requirement of, say, $40 before they get access to this coupon code, you could do that, or you could add no minimum offer to it, or you could add a minimum quantity to it as well. You could also say that this coupon is not valid with other discounts. You could apply it to all products, specific categories, and specific products. You could also have a start date, and you could also add an end date. You could also, once again, you could activate this or disable this until you're ready to go live with your coupon or sale. So if we were to go out from here and go back into coupons, you would now have your automatic sale. The only difference between the two, as I mentioned before, is this will not require, per se, a coupon code, because you'll be able to get that discount automatically once you begin to check out. You have your entire inventory here if you need to look at your inventory as well. Launchcart is not tracking inventory for any products yet. To enable this feature, just edit any one of your products to enable inventory tracking, as mentioned in the product creation section. You also have an entire review. So you could create an entire review section here. You have a widget which you want, if you want to add to your store, so customers can leave reviews, so other customers could see it. They have different types of widgets if you need to whichever ones you want to show within your store. And then down here, you could review photos with videos. You could do social sharing. You have Google, as well as you have review pagination. So you could determine how many reviews you want on each page. You could manually approve reviews as well as you could show the amount of stars you have. You have your orders here. So that's where your orders will be, and here will be your abandoned carts. We'll get into abandoned carts within settings because they have a really cool way that you could customize your abandoned cart for your outreach. That's really amazing. Next, we will go into your customers. So here will be all your customers that have recently purchased from your store. You also have your store analytics, as mentioned before, but these are more in detail. So that's really cool. And then these three sections here are all about different apps and tools that are part of, additionally, a part of actually Launchcart. So if we were going to go into superpowers, what you have is, of course, you have your design marketplace. You do have your promotion bar that would stay on top of your header of your ecom store. You also do get a pop-up window. This is great if you want to collect emails for your newsletter. These two, these two features right here will actually cost you extra on Shopify. As mentioned before, you could also sell live directly through Facebook and YouTube Live here, which is fantastic. And then also you have automatic upsells as well as downsells. If we were to go into your app store, they have a few apps actually that they connect with. So you could go into MailChimp and it natively connects with Launchcart. You do have the Launchcart CRM. If you're using the Launchcart CRM, it does come with an entire email sequencing and everything built into it. You do have access to Go High Level, so you could connect with Go High Level if you are a Go High Level member. You could once again connect with Zapier. So if you are connecting with third-party apps, you could connect with them directly here. As mentioned before, this is the marketplace. This is the Source and Sell marketplace. And they also offer two print-on-demand services, which is Printful and Printify. Furthermore, if you are selling physical products that you are shipping, they do connect with ShipStation, which is a great way to sell ship products. And also for affiliate, if you want to easy to use affiliate software, this is fantastic. So everything that we went through are going to be under these menus over here. But if you go into all pages, they'll be all here for you. And then recommended tools. So these are additional tools that come with it. Of course, if you want to connect your Canva, you could connect your Canva as well. You get a free trial if you already don't have Canva. Place it if you want to do mock-ups for your t-shirt designs, This is a fantastic actual software as well as Namecheap. Namecheap, if you want to buy your store domain, you could buy it from Namecheap, StreamYard, and Loom as well. So next, we'll be actually covering the entire settings portion. To begin that, you do have your general settings. So this would be your store information. This would be your store address, as well as you have your refund policy and TOS statements. This is another highlighted feature that I want to, also speak to. I know creating your refund policies, private policies, and terms, service, and shipping policies can take a long time, but they have simplified this process for us once again. By a click of a button, you can simply create everything, and where it says with the little marks, you just add in your business email, your store domain, and then you could just go through, click, click, and click. And you are completely done with what I find is possibly sometimes the hardest things to kind of get done when you're building your store, is finding your TOS statements and your refunds and your shipping policy. You also have your homepage title and description. So if you want to do for social media, search engine, SEO, you could add all that information here so you could be found on the internet. You do have your social sharing image. So if someone were to look up your information or your store on Google, this is the image that would pop up on Google. You also do have a splash screen. So when you are building your store, and if your store is not ready, you could create a splash screen while you prepare your store. And this is additionally expiration time for digital downloads and live label on product feeds as well. Make sure when you do complete all of these tasks that you do save it, or they can disappear. If we were to go to your domains, this is where you would connect your domains here. Very simple. If you were to add a custom domain, you could add a custom domain here, or you could add your subdomain here as well. Currency, you could choose your currency here as well. So if you were to go into settings, you could choose dollars, and then they have a drop-down menu where you could choose from all these different other currencies depending on which country you are using this product in, which is fantastic. And then over here, this is your taxes. Of course, taxes do get collected. So you could add your tax rules here as well. So if you were to come in here, you would just name your tax rule. You would just you put your priority, and then you would add your tax rates here as well. However, if you don't want to go through this manually and adding it, if you're in the United States for each and every state, you do have TaxJar, which is a great tool that actually helps take care of this for you. Let me X out of here. And then further down, of course, you have your shipping here. So you have your shipping rules here as well. And then you have your custom rules, and then add shipping rules also. So that's there. And then you have your export wizard. So if you want to create CSV files, also Excel files if you want to create, and then you could create them by adding whichever tab that you want to create at the top of your CSV or Excel file. So if you want to take your parent order, and then you just bring it over, tax amount, you can bring it over, create it at, you could bring it over, as well as billing first name, billing last name, email. As any of these you could add over, and you could create a custom sheet to export. You could also schedule your exports if you need to. You could do it once a week, twice a week, once a month, however you find fit. And then over here is your export history. So any exports that you have done in the past, they'll be all over here. Next is all your tracking for your Google Analytics, your Facebook Pixel, and your Google Tag Manager will all go in these sections right here. This is your payments. So you could collect your Stripe. You could connect your Stripe, and you could connect your PayPal as well as Reveri, NMI, open mode. So you could collect Bitcoin as well through Launchcart, which is fantastic. They have thought of a lot while building out this platform. So to speak about your abandoned carts, as mentioned before, You do have a few options here. So the way the abandoned carts work is when a client comes to your store and is ready to check out, and as long as they have added their email address to the checkout form, but they don't process through with the payment, this is where you'll be able to automatically activate your abandoned cart sequencing. So your abandoned cart sequencing works this way. Launchcart has given you options to send 3 emails out to your clients. You could determine the length of time in which you want the sequences to go out, as well as you could edit the template. So you can come in here, edit the template. And now if you have created your coupon in the sales and coupons section for your abandoned cart, you'll be able to add your coupon code right here. And you'll also be able to edit the message that will be sent to the client. So you do have those 3 options for your abandoned carts. And next, if you ever plan on getting a virtual assistant or adding a staff member to your store, you'll be able to do it here in the staff section. It's as simple as add staff. You could add their email, first name, last name, and then determine the privileges that you want to give your staff member. So this is great for virtual assistants in that sense. Next, we're going to be talking about the store plan. This once again goes to the purchase that you're making regarding the plan. Next, we'll go into all your emails. So of course we did cover the abandoned carts. Next is going to be your order confirmation. You'll be able to come in, you'll be able to edit your order confirmation email if you would like, as well as orders that have been canceled, a shipment that is on its way, as well as your refund notification. Now we're going to go enter into the appearance, theme editor, checkout editor, your pages, and your menus. To begin with your theme editor, you do have a few themes available for your store, and these are some really good themes, but my favorite one to date is the Launchpad, and I'll just give you an example of what it looks like. So this is going to be the Launchpad layout. It is really nice. You could have your heading changed at models, as well as you have your wording for your store. You have your featured section over here. And then down here is where you're going to have your featured products. To go back here, you'll be able to go in and customize it. Below your logo and your favicon, you have a few more settings. You have your header for your store. While building your store, you could keep it sticky or static if you would like. You have your contact page, which you could turn on and turn off. You could also display your telephone number for your store as well. These are your footer settings. You have display a link for your contact us page on the footer of your page, display your telephone number for your page, as well as display your company address, and below that is display your subscription form. So if you want to add someone for your newsletter, you could have the form underneath in your footer as well. You also have the option of adding all your social icons to your store. Display social icons at the top of your website. So that would be above your main header. And then you could also add your social icons to your footer of the store. And then you could connect your Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Pinterest, LinkedIn, and TikTok. So they cover all the different social sites that you would need to add to your e-commerce store. Once you go into your homepage, you'll be able to enable your homepage, which would be here. This is your homepage. And then you'll be able to turn on and turn off your header slider. They also have added the recommended size when you're creating your header, which is fantastic, takes out the guesswork. Then you'll be able to add your top categories, which are actually these. I think I mentioned these would be featured categories, but they're actually top categories. Next is your featured products, as mentioned before. These would be all the products that show up on your main page for your e-com store. Finally, in this section, you are going to have your benefits and icons. So you could show secure payment online. You could as well as edit all of these. You have your customer service. And if you go in this drop-down menu, you also have icons that you could add to fit your store. And they have, as you can see, they have over 1,342 different icons here for your choice. And then in here, let me just leave this section. After your homepage, you have your colors. So your set primary color is going to be the color that you see in your theme editor when you click on any one of your menus here. And then when you go to your footer here, they're going to be the icons that show up. And you can change those as easily as choosing the color that matches your brand here. Below that is your advanced options. In your advanced options, you could change your button colors, your product price colors, your product titles, your category titles, add to a cart button, your checkout button, complete your purchase as well. Finally, in this section, we're going to go into your code. You'll be able to add custom CSS coding. And then the way this works is you actually have your global, which will add the CSS to all your pages on your website. You could add it to your home page, your category pages, your product page, your cart page, and your thank you page as well. Down here, you do have for your JavaScript, if you would like to bring over perhaps a chatbot to your e-com store or any other reasons that you would utilize your JavaScript. Next is the checkout editor. This is really great because they've added an entire checkout editor where you could edit. Once again, in Shopify, this will be an upsell for you in Shopify, but Launchcart has added it within their checkout editor. So you'll be able to come in here if you would like to add, for example, your store logo. You could add your store logo up here. If you want to add an image here, you could add a header here. You could also add like a text checkout message if you want for your clients, as well as you'll be able to include other images. So if you want to add a secure payment online, so you could add that down here as well, which is fantastic. Oh, one other thing I didn't mention, let me just go back into the checkout editor. You also do get your high demand. So if you were to click here, this would tell the client that an item in your order is in high demand. No worry, it's reserved for you. And then you'll be able to come in here and you'll be able to change your countdown time. So you could set it to 3 minutes. You could change it to 10 minutes based on your brand and your company. Just wanted to mention that because that is a great tool to show urgency when a client's ready to check out of your store. Next, you do have your pages. This is actually really great because you're going to have the opportunity to build product pages. You could create a funnel page. There's just so much you could do with this editor. Your pages in here in this editor. In this editor, you'll be able to add your columns. So if you could add 2 columns, you could add 3 columns, 4 columns. You could add one column, which is 33%, and the other is 67% the other way. And then you'll be able to create other columns as well, depending on what you need for your brand. Once again, Launchcart has thought of this, so you don't have to go necessarily outside to bring in a page into your store. And then, for example, if I were to show you, you could have your image up here for your header. Then you could have your header text. You could have your main text down here. You could also bring in your product image if you like. I don't have an image like a product in the store at the moment, but once you do add a product into your store, you'll be able to add the product right here, as well as if we go back, you could also create an entire add to cart. So they'll be able to check out directly from this page, and you wouldn't necessarily have to go back into the checkout editor for that matter. So this is really fantastic as well. And then finally, this is your menu section. So for your menu sections, this is going to be your menus at the top. Anything you would like to add in here, you'll be able to add through your menu section. So for example, if you have t-shirts, you'll be able to go down here, go to categories. You'll be able to choose your categories. If you want to create a specific page, then what you could do is you could choose the products you want to add to that menu. Once again, this is fantastic. You could also add a custom link. So if you're importing a link from outside, you could import it directly to the link. So for example, if I were to go here, I could add a link from a different e-com store I have on Launchcart. And then if I was to submit, you would have your t-shirts here, and then it will show up. I don't have it set up for this store, but if I were to go into this view, you would see that you have your t-shirts here, and then you'll be able to choose exactly which products you want for that. And then if I were to click on here, it would take me to this because I chose that. And yeah, so that is Launchcart. It is a great tool if you're thinking of starting your own e-commerce business. I highly recommend getting Launchcart. It is one of a kind e-commerce platform. The link is below underneath this video. And if you did enjoy watching this full review of Launchcart, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell for more reviews. Have a great one.